Getting a better sense today of how soon autonomous vehicles might move from testing to the real thing. Local 4 Business editor Rod Maloney visited the M-City test track in Ann Arbor today. The Transportation Secretary announced some new and updated guidelines on how driverless cars will progress. Local 4 Business editor Rod Maloney has a story.
Welcome to your first ride in an autonomous vehicle. It's a Navia tram that they're running out here at M-City, but this one runs on a track. It's not one of those self-driving cars per se. But I'm told that this is probably the first way that you will experience self-driving vehicles, because this can reduce costs in and around cities. And it's one of the many tests they're doing here at M-City because the federal government just changed the guidelines.
When it comes to testing autonomous vehicles, M-City's highway mock-ups are ideal. Still, to figure out how these vehicles work in heavy traffic, well, they have to use computer simulations. Mobileye and Intel's Dan Galvez says, while nice, he needs real-world testing.
This is something that's going to require a lot of testing, a lot of training, and I think the government is being very proactive in providing exemptions for us to test and train these vehicles on real roads in a very safe manner.
Today, the Trump administration came to town bearing gifts of updated guidelines. First, safety will remain #1. But the new rules are going to emphasize the voluntary nature of guidelines and encourage best practices. The government doesn't want to get in the way and wants assessments not subject to federal approval. The new rules impose no new barriers on reporting requirements and encourages states not to pass their own rules. One of the benefits of driverless vehicles, we're finding out, is that it's going to save money in big cities.
In New York City, it costs $3 per mile to really move anything, whether it's a taxi or whether it's a delivery truck. We feel like we can get that cost down to about $1 per mile.
There are 5 levels of automated vehicles, from automated light to fully autonomous. And the question, of course, is when will they actually get off the test track here and onto the highway? Well, that's sort of the point of today's regulations. The idea is to allow the innovators to decide when that will happen. Won't be next week or next year, but certainly before too long. In Ann Arbor, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
About it. All right, Rod.